Hey everyone, and welcome! Today, we're going to tackle a really fun physics problem, one that feels like it's straight out of an old English storybook. We're talking about a horse race, but forget meters and kilometers. We're dealing with furlongs, rods, and chains. Let's dive in. So hey, this one's for all of you following along on the Step-by-Step Physics channel. We're jumping right into Problem 5 from Chapter 1 of the legendary Halliday and Resnick's Fundamentals of Physics, the 12th edition. You know the one. This is a fantastic problem for really nailing down unit conversions. All right, so before we even think about touching a calculator, the absolute first step with any problem like this is to just understand it. What is it really asking us to do? Let's break it down. Okay, so here's the setup. It says, horses are to race over a certain English meadow for a distance of 4.0 furlongs, and our job is to figure out that distance in first rods and then chains. The good news? The book gives us all the conversions we need to get to meters. So let's be honest. A furlong, a rod, a chain, who uses these anymore, right? I mean, a furlong was originally the length of a furrow an ox could plow in a single day. Kinda cool, but not super practical now. But that's the whole point of this problem. It's all about testing our ability to connect these weird, unfamiliar units. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Okay, so what's next? Well, just like a mechanic lays out all their tools before starting a job, we're going to lay out all our facts. Let's get everything organized so we know exactly what we're working with. All right, here's our toolkit. We know the race is 4.0 furlongs long, and we're given these three conversions. Now, what's the one thing they all have in common? Yep, they all connect back to the meter. And that, my friends, is our golden ticket. Meters are going to be the bridge that connects everything together. It's our secret weapon. Okay, let's draw up a game plan, a blueprint for Part A. Our goal is to get from furlongs to rods. Now, we don't have a direct path, but we have our bridge, right? So we'll go through meters. It's a simple two-step plan. First things first, step one is simple. We've got to take that 4.0 furlongs and turn it into something we all understand. Meters. This is the foundation for everything else we're about to do. And here's how we do it. You start with the 4.0 furlongs. Then you multiply by that conversion factor. But make sure you set it up so the furlong unit is on the bottom. Why? So they cancel out. Boom, gone. And that leaves us with just meters. A quick calculation gives us 804.672 meters. Awesome, we're halfway there for Part A. We've successfully crossed the bridge into meterland. Now for the final move, we take that number, 804.672 meters, and convert it into our final destination, rods. And you know what? It's the exact same trick. We take our meters and we multiply by the conversion factor for rods. Again, we put meters on the bottom of the fraction so they cancel out. The math works out perfectly, and we get our answer, 160 rods. See how powerful that unit cancellation trick is? It makes sure you're always on the right track. All right, on to Part B. And here's the best part. We've basically already done all the hard work. We can use the exact same strategy to figure out the distance in chains. Super efficient. This is where our two-step plan really shines. We don't have to start over from furlongs. Nope. We can just pick up right where we left off with our distance in meters. This is going to be quick. So we grab our 804.672 meters, we multiply by the conversion for chains, again, making sure meters cancel out, and what do we get? 40 chains. That's it. It's really that straightforward when you have a good system. Okay, we've followed the track, we've done the calculations, and we are crossing the finish line. Let's get our final answers up on the board. So, for Part A, the distance in rods is a nice round 160. And for Part B, the distance in chains is 40. So let's put it all together. The final answer for Part A is 160 rods, and for Part B, it's 40 chains. And that's our solution. The real key, the big takeaway here, was finding that common unit, in our case, the meter, to act as a bridge. Once we had that, everything else just fell into place. So we totally crushed that problem. But it gets you thinking, doesn't it? We look at units like furlongs and rods and think they're so ancient and weird. But what about our units today? What do you think people 200 years from now will look back on and find totally bizarre? Maybe a gigabyte or a horsepower? Kind of makes you wonder. Well, that's all for this one. Thanks so much for joining me.